So what do I think about LeBron James getting that meaningless three-pointer to keep that so-called streak alive? This is what it resolves to. This is how bad it's gotten. But LeBron stands or find a way to say, oh, well, look, he's got 1297. No, he don't, because he's had single-digit postseason games. They've manipulated things so much to offset. Now, if you remember, he did the same antic in 2022 against the Hawks. Remember, he got hurt? He got injured in the game, and he rolled on his ankle, and he hit a meaningless three because he was just stuck at 7. He's been on the downside for a few years. Actually, after the bubble, that's the last LeBron you really kind of did see, and he's been getting carried. Now, what happened in that game against Phoenix was a massacre because Dillon Brooks outscored LeBron and Austin Reeves. Well, I told you about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is like the Kirk Cousins of basketball. They making him out to be a first tier, at best a second tier, but more reality a third tier. But if you're in a era watered down play, you can manipulate the scene really well. But LeBron pulled this stunt before in meaningless games to get that 10. The last time I remember a guy who pulled that mess was Glenn Rice when he was with Charlotte because he wanted to get that 10 against the Bulls, and it was meaningless, but Doug Collins kowtowed some about these numbers and getting your bonus and your stats. The problem with this is if your butt's getting waxed, you usually ice up and say, hey, it's meaningless, it doesn't matter. What happens if that shot doesn't go in? You're still tanking out there and you look pathetic. So someone is obviously keeping stats. And this is the problem with today's modern guys. When you got a head coach is in on the stats and everybody's in on the stats. If your butt's getting waxed by 20 points and you get blown out at home and people are going home, what is it going to mean if you put a meaningless stat pad numbers up? But these sports shows will find a way to say, well, look how great he is. So they'll put up something meaningless up there. They'll just put something up there and it'll be just like acting like it's a big deal. And just kind of, so when you stat pad like that, you're trying to say that your ruck is more impressive than Kareem. You're trying to say that because of how long you played, you're more impressive than Robert Parrish and Vince Carter. But when you consider his status in the game and what's implied, it deteriorates his stats. It makes him look petty and pathetic. And then also he was half-hearted in the game. They were getting blown out and he was chatting with the Suns bench. But the thing is that he had to shoot a 3-ball to get to 10. And again, he really is just doing whatever it takes just to keep things going, but he really doesn't have anything that's really, where it's helping the team. The truth